Добрый день, дамы и господа, уважаемые братья. Надеюсь, сегодня мы уже вступим с вами в лагерь Клириков. Может быть и нет. Остановились мы на этом моменте. Так, ничего я здесь еще не знаю в этом городе. Здесь написано. Ну что ты начинаешь? Нормально же общались. Блин, мышка здесь какая-то, она вообще, вот сколько раз я сенсую ее настраивал. И она где хочет, хочет слева, хочет справа вообще. Ева. Набожность.
Really? Well, you wouldn't be the first person. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst, they want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deep. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers.
Does
Yes. No. Who knows? I mean, some of those texts are... Unless you just believe... But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble.
teach me?
Yeah?
Ну-ка давай, чему ты меня научишь? Ну такое. Я вообще еще ни разу ни одну книжку, помню, прочел. Это хочу. Вот как угодно, но мне нужно вот эту штуку.
Have you ever heard of the...
Арвине.
No.
Oh, yeah. He's the founder.
Tell me.
Well, sure, okay. He was born about 200 years ago, we think. And after the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into an... The first followers were here, in the Horde. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could... They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what...
Товар.
What did?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Horde, and our ancestors began research with it. Even though our community was small, we were able to Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime. It is likely that he saw his time come. According to the lore, grief about the... And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of... Scholars are still arguing to this day. Some say that he rose to heaven, to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater.
Полетел в космос.
That's exactly my point. I want to know more. But there's something about Arvid. And I can't... But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in. They threw me out. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future.
So you need.
No. Well, yeah. All that I want is a copy of... There has to be a written copy. Or a recorded copy. And... So, do you think you can get into the arc?
Конечно, а почему нет? Четыре харизмы. Опять у меня нет харизмы.
Nobody. But I beg you. I want to understand. I would like to give you the following. I am certain that I can get something from the then maybe I'll
Конечно.
It's a store of knowledge from before the comet hit, and it is where our archivists are attempting to glean all sorts of information from the scraps of data. So the archivists don't like it at all. So they will have you thrown out if you manage.
What?
Because we are to serve Kalan, they say we are missing the necessary vision to understand. But I would like to learn that for myself. Maybe it's not.
I will.
Thank you.
Any.
I've been thinking you could watch to see when Carl, the guard on the ark, that might take a few hours. And but hey, he has to. Or you could access the security console and put your name on the. But the simplest and most.
Присоединиться к Клирикам, это я могу, это вообще моя тема. Ну, можно и спиздить. Ну почему нет? Скажите мне.
What are you doing here?
А, это твоя комната? Ну, а чё нет? Дверь надо закрывать. Уселся.
You're not very good at sneaking.
Сразу меня запалило, а? Робот. Так, ладно, изучим здесь немножечко. Я все выше и выше поднимаюсь.
Listen to me, disciple of Kalan. All who have faith will be saved.
No, I can't talk to you right now.
Not now. Fucking thief.
А чё сразу вообще накидываться? Ну, присел я там, сям. О, идет сюда, походу, да? Ну-ка, встань на свое место, тебя обворовать надо.
Got it.
Ничего личного, деньги нужны вообще просто. Пойдем налево.
You should talk to someone else. I can't help you.
Да ёпкина мышка. Опа. Сейчас нормально так пролагнуло. Ну да ладно. Пойдемте-ка посмотрим. О, бутылочка стоит плохо. Надо взять. А чё это? О, сиюми. А ну-ка.
So, you're here to
Initiation.
instruction. My name
Давай.
is Dietrich, and it is my job that, before you ask any more questions, all the free people need to be properly trained if we want to survive what's coming. I won't accept a lack of discipline. I expect
Ну конечно.
What?
a lot of... And yet, here are the factions at war with each other instead of clearing the wreckage of the old world to build the new.
So you don't.
What sane person wants a war? But as we've got one,
Конечно,
if you
наши
want to
лидеры
progress,
всегда правы.
then that's what I need to see. That's what Kalan
What do you want me to
Не
do?
надо его подстёбывать, будет
Someone
опасно.
has been undermining the training. Some of the initiates have been caught. I mean, it's a crazy thing to do, but some people do it to gain an edge. I need to find who is bringing this poison in, and you don't have...
You said.
I wanted to test. You'd be tied up and neck deep in jackal shit by now if I really thought you were behind it. Remember that. If you get... But whoever it is... And if you found one set, I want you to track them down wherever they are. Are you with...
Конечно.
About the. I will.
Да я уже нашел, там за воротами чувак сидит, зовут его
Says that the ELEX is coming from somewhere.
Кроха, по-моему. Что такое?
So start there. If our people don't cooperate, show them this and tell them I'll.
What?
You weren't here, so you. But this isn't just. I'll be watching you.
Прямо по себе ему.
I do so every day, and my tasks are. And I get into the. You have to stay sharp. If we are to work with the free.
Конечно.
That will.
А, пофигу. Правда, я уже отнял одну контрабанду. Интересно, он проканает, кстати.
If you have to rely on someone, then you are lost.
Some things just
Окей,
take
гад,
time.
и гад.
Nothing is free in life.
There are always patrols out, so it is hard to get them.
If you're here to train with me, if I see you running around with a holstered weapon, you're going to get a very painful. You have to earn the right.
Understood.
That is what I.
How?
Badly. We only have Judicator Ulrich's war strategy to thank.
Who?
Judicator Reinhold takes care. You can find him and Judicator Ulbricht in the cathedral. A large.
How can I?
I only train acolyte, and even then, I choose. You must want to understand the art of combat.
So.
I am Paladin. I teach the body, mind, and spirit, combining only the purest, strongest. You see, there's been war on this planet ever since that damn, and we are the only one.
You said.
Correct. Only, but we Paladins aren't just warriors for Kalan, but we are also researchers. Searching.
How can I? Yeah.
Well, first you have to go to Judicator Reinhold. If Judicator Reinhold accepts that you have the right abilities, that is the true. Acolytes may become legates, if they have enough. And it is only legates who have the. If you truly wish
Иерархия целая.
you'll need to focus on achievement at every level. Without that.
Нормально.
How can I earn something for myself around here?
You take the next step of the journey. The Horde suffered an attack by mutants about a week ago. The men I sent after those survivors. If you find out where the mutants are coming from,
I'll kill.
I'll give you.
Зачем я убью? Зачем я их убью пальцами,
See if you
блин?
can find out what is bringing those, then kill them. You're just.
Конечно. Почему нет? Конечно, я сейчас всех завалю. Ловкости вот чуть-чуть не хватает, в принципе-то. Ну, 11. А тут продавать-то особо нечего. А, так, значит. Что тогда?
Stop sneaking around.
Что такие все в глаза стоит, я не пойму. Иду наверх поднимусь, а там что-то есть. А там что-нибудь стырю.
You have no idea what is really going on.
Каюты
I would have
каждого.
approached the situation differently. If you don't know the past, you'll screw your own future.
Who knows what they're going to find in those ruins
If
next?
that is, I should get.
Ой, где хочу, там и хожу, короче. У меня орден есть.
You seek work.
Я могу любого досматривать. Вот я досматриваю кабинет То, что плохо лежит, мое. А особо-то ничего и не лежит. Too easy. А теперь мы делаем вот так вот. Красивенько. Так, здесь ничего нет, я помню. А вот тут у нас сундучок. Давай еще на одну. Оп. Too easy. Ясен красен, что too easy. Ты даже знаешь уже комбинацию. Плохо лежит мое. Все просто в этом мире. А это совсем, да? Так, а вот он один остался. Ой, что сразу поднял? Ой, а? Сию, как сиешь. Вот сейчас не сию. Don't see you. Не пригодятся больше, не переживай. Ты пожертвовал фонд благополучия и развития новичков. Я знаю, да. А что там наверху? Ничего. Ну да ладно, плохо лежит мое. Все ж просто. И валяется железная руда просто вообще.
A visitor, whatever brings you to the say.
Пожаловать.
How well do you know the area outside the horde?
What's that?
Well, you see, if you can handle yourself.
What do you...
A squad of combat. They're refusing remote shutdown and are attacking anything. I sent a recovery party to attempt a reset, but they're late making their... I've got to find out what happened to the recovery. There's another squad of mechs due off the assembly line, and I need to know what's gone wrong. It's probably a... But I need someone to go out there and check the...
Конечно.
So...
Mechanic? I'm a legate, responsible for procuring materials. Sure, the other legates are out there using their skills and suggestions to...
What a...
Oh, no, I've had assembly lines, manufacturing, and... That's what I...
How...
You'll have to prove yourself. You should start by talking to Judicator Reinhold up in the Citadel. We're short of personnel, so he would welcome a new...
Oh.
Good. And I hope it's just one bat. If this is a problem, we'll have to track down all the AI chips. Get me those AI chips?
Where...
Well, they were supposed to be on a trial run out, but as far as I know, they only got a short distance. Let me upload their location beacons to your... Now, I'm not promising their trackers are working. Not if everything else is malfunctioning.
I'll find.
Right.
Конечно, тоже пожертвовал Эликс на мою сторону. Не заметила, да? Ну и отлично. Давай, где-то штучку. Наши ресурсы. Все, мы с помощью. Лицо власти я посчитал. Нужно. Нет. Меня же не будет хватать. Ну ладно.
Quit sneaking around.
Он говорит, что-то пропало, но я не в курсе вообще. Я не я.
Not now.
To be honest, I wasn't.
Это не я постарался.
If you have something to report, speak to Judicator. Hey, I need an adjustable and if you are up for it, bring me a weapons-grade ELEX battery. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Help with what? What is...
Hold back the forces of hell. And I'm talking I think next you will send me someone who... The machines we build and they... But, do I get the resources I need to do the job properly?
What's got you...
We used to work. We used to make... But, now everything we do is... But, I suppose we all have...
It sounds like you think your work is important.
Now, you're sounding like a leg ache.
Клигат.
This isn't ego. This isn't about me. This is about getting the equipment our forces need. You don't think that we are the only ones who can really stop? That means everything here has to go smoothly. That means I've got to get production, and it means I need someone to take care of some of the day-to-day things.
Bang.
Deal. It's not... I need you to get me a... With all the mechanics we've lost recently, we are... So, this list has been... If you're available, I need you to get over...
Nope.
Thank. Good luck.
Teach.
It's done.
Хорошая вещь. Опять интеллекта нет. Причем интеллекта, по-моему, не хватило одной штучки на минутку так. Ладно, стоять.
I got this.
You came through. If this delivery is all present and correct, it means I can finally...
I thought you would.
I got the blessing for it from the powers that be.
Нету механизма.
Is that our...
Well, there.
Поставщик. Да пофиг на поставщика, я все равно спиздю в этот ящик.
Routine running without error. Routine running without...
Спокуха, спокуха, братуха. Вообще все свои. Чё кипшовать-то? Боевой робот. Оп, спокойствие. Да, чё вы сразу начинаете-то вообще? Так, а это мне по заданию как раз. А ну-ка.
If you have something to report, speak to Judicator. If you have something to report.
Все равно пиздить надо здесь. Спокойствие вообще, чего вы начинаете вы? Что такие нервные все? Как чё сразу косой? Оп. Просто. Пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам-пам. Вот что она мне пригодится. Я все-таки люблю всякую фигню делать. Верстачки. Здороваются с друг другом. Роботы тоже мне. Все, понял. Покуха. Кто-то поставил зелье. И как я могу пройти мимо? Сишку кто-то оставил. Грех не взять. А я чё? Я ничего. Так. Был еще проход, или мне показалось? Ну, здесь пусто. Арсенал. Порщик. Так, кто у нас следующий на примете? Ой, давайте. О, дом внушителей. По любасу сейчас мне здесь кто-то внушит что-нибудь.
Be with you. What brings you to me? All who stay here must pay their... But let... As the highest suggester, I don't have much free time. So this is where you brainwash people. No. You can't force people to change. That is what I do. That is what I must do now. There is a poor wretch who requires re-education. Leave.
Suggest.
The correction of those who, as the High Suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways.
Нормально, еще захотел так хоп-хоп,
The
всех
mind
ушел.
must be free, the body pure, free. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my... Through suggestion, we have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path. It is an art that only...
Can
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? We believe those allow the Albs a measure of control. Some say it is because they are... Others that it is because they... But their commanders are using... Their minds are already being... Faith...
Вера на щит. Согласен с тобой, патриарх. А еще у тебя 145 осколков. Это очень много.
Hey, yes, I'm looking for some Chad, a whiny.
I think you can just leave it like
Have
that.
you seen any outlaws around here?
What? Don't do that
Who are
again.
you? What brings you to Igniton?
What are you doing here?
I've traveled a long way, so please.
Я уже ухожу. Что сразу нервничать?
Or I am gonna have to hang you from a wall by your testicles. Why would you do something like that? Oh shit, didn't I say no questions?
Don't take it personally.
I just want answers.
Leave your hands where I can see them.
Ну даже сюда зайти нельзя.
They say that the pilgrim Thorold has answers, but who knows?
Did I invite you?
Saved your perfectly decent set of pants.
Not again.
Что вот здесь такое? А что это вы здесь скрываете? Почему сюда нельзя?
The mechs that went into Abessa pretty much killed that whole party.
You don't know that either, whatever you say.
А что ты сразу начинаешь-то вообще? Хоп, один удар и нет меня. Ла-ла-ла-ла-ла-ла. Вот как с ними разговаривать? Внушители какие-то нет. Недружелюбные ни разу.
Yes, I remember.
Any asshole cop will be sent to the suggest.
Why do you...
I have my reason. And I have to look after my stocks. We're low. And sure, it would be great if every acolyte could get the armor. Only those who have a...
I want...
Right you are.
Ригента, Акалита. Ригн. А, за винтовку. Вот это то, что мне нужно. Ловкости нет. Мёд. Зато шапочку можно купить. Можно даже штанишки купить. Линечки всякие. Ладно. Те да не все хотят у тебя что-то спиздить. Я вот не успел. Собор. А, вот здесь, по-моему, я тогда очнулся в предыдущий раз. Когда меня это шутил бахнул. Перед тем чуваком, иначе он отчитываться.
State your business, only official. The archives are sacred stores of knowledge.
What?
The scriptures, the writings, the texts, the foundation of our... Hear the word. Here the worthy love, and unless you're worthy, you... For that Kalan...
You must be dedicated to do this role.
It's my life. I guard here. I keep the archives safe. I draw strength from Kalan. A prayer break in the night is enough to keep me going for the rest of the day. Now, do us both a favor and leave. This area is off limits.
Another... What do you...
Everything that brings...
What is that?
It means passing. Kalan only takes those who are pure, and so... And knowledge, facts, and science is the purest. To achieve purity...
Наука. Все во имя науки.
The berserkers and the outlaws will... They live in the moment. We have committed ourselves to the... Of course. If we repeat the mistakes of our ancestors, that is one of the reasons why we only task those with... Who knows what corrupting influences...
Where do you...
It takes We send out our reclamation squads to... First, the selected area has to be... As soon as that is done, we begin salvaging.
How can...
You can't. We have... Trust me. You...
Is...
Of course, all of our...
What?
His prophecies and principles. The greatest portion of Arvid's knowledge is
Encrypted? In what...
Some of it is in code, some of it is written as parables. So is open to interpretation. It is for the... As I said, only a few of us can truly understand his...
Can I read?
You?
Why not?
Because only those chosen... You have
Только
not...
избранные.
I think I've heard enough about...
Good.
Не, Урмата меня откинул. Ладно, пойдем. Мы сейчас, по идее, должны вступить к Клирикам. На всякий случай сохранимся. Писал Клирик на английском. Раскладка. Ну ладно. В рот пароход.
So,
you've heard.
I know everything that happens here. I am Reinhold. I stand what? And the Horde stands. Such a duty. It means I must ask of every... Do you come here to gain the blessings of the clerics?
Yes.
Then Kalan... Good. I can see. May your time in the Horde be peaceful.
So, who are you?
I oversee everything in the Horde.
Tell me...
What?
What's...
Kalan is what? Through the prophet Arvid. He warned us of the... He laid down the foundations. To Kalan, knowledge and wisdom are sacred.
В космос полетим. Почему нет? Захватим все нахрен.
If we are to save the people of this, that we must work together, because when the next catastrophe strikes our world, Arvid himself, the gathering of old world knowledge, and the order to... It has given us the machines that allow... It has given us the technology we need. So, as you see, science...
Till...
People who are new to our... Acolytes can learn the art of suggestion, train and learn the fundamental... The same applies for our legates and paladins. Each new rank... Because... We're the last bastion against the owls, where the outlaws profit and the berserkers roll it. The knowledge to make the world into what it once was. Join us, and you can participate. Judicator Johann fell on the battlefield. Make a land. Judicator Ulbricht is responsible for the... His is the great... If you have any intelligence that might help him in his duties... Well, Kalan's commandments are simple and... Theft, physical assault, murder, the dealing... You may face a fine, re-education, or... And of course, your soul. Stay with us, and you will learn. Abide by the words of the great prophet of
Eternity.
I had thought we were free of their vile product. A large reward has been offered to anyone able to bring them to justice. If you think you can find these dealers... Yes? Well, I had given Dietrich the task of investigating them. To my knowledge, he had... You should start with them.
Who does...
He can explain his methodology to you. But as I recall, you should speak with the guards who were on duty at the time. Try and get that information as a written report. So, you...
No, I haven't.
And yet you still...
No.
That is the task of the clerics. It is Judicator Ulbricht who is overseeing the war. But then at least his work is black and white. There are albs, visitors, vagrants, travelers, and enigmas.
So,
решала, короче.
Are only allowed to join us when I decide. And should they complete the tasks that are given to them, and every acolyte that joins us can then be... I could use the help of someone who hasn't had time to establish. We've recently had to deal with the sad deaths of some of the faithful. Every one of us suffers temptation. But those who deal in misery, they are... Complete this task. And you... Yes? Well, then there is the mine. Have you been to the mine? If not, the factory guards patrol to the north, by the...
Are there any...
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use. But in this case, the user lets slip the time of the deed. The user...
Сколько болтовни вообще.
And so we are relying on getting reports from the guard. Let us hope this line of...
Там сям, везде какие-то торговцы. Что кто-то? Плохо лежит все мое. А что у нас тут? Чего ты начинаешь вообще? Нормально же общались.
Now, there is a face that... Let me get a look. Whatever you have seen, you're free of it now.
It sounds...
Oh, faith sells itself. But sometimes it helps to point people. Tell me...
The clerics say that they are leading the... But do you really expect you can beat them with the...
Faith is a weapon.
Ой, все, короче, холодность опять понижается. Нафига мне? Поваром его назвал Лифтюк. Сразу стал врать народом. Ой, извините, ребят. Ну-ка. Бальца.
The clerics say that they are leading, but do you really expect you can beat them with the forces you have?
Faith is a weapon that can achieve much. I believe in Kalan. I believe in the tech. We clerics were the first of the factions to rise after the ashes of the... So, we shall continue to do so. But, if you ask me if we can hold out against the berserkers, the outlaws, and the answer can only be the elves. You've seen them. The converters they built. The will of Kalan shall be made real. We will drive them from the converter in the clerics shall prevail, and I hope that other factions.
You need to.
We must work together if we are to survive. But we must find a way to persuade the other factions to agree to work with us. I need an ambassador for this task. Someone who can take my proposals to the other factions, but to know if you are suitable for the...
I don't know.
And you walk in here and confess. Since when do elves... Are you lying? Or are you here to kill me? Draw your weapon here.
I'm not here to kill you. I was Jax. Now?
Then you have renounced the hybrid and joined the free people?
I am free from ELEX. I'm exiled. I was betrayed. And now I'm being hunted.
So you are here seeking protection? Or have you really escaped the ELEX and seen the life there is outside Zekor? Commander Jax, the Alb.
I was a wanderer. Now I seek a cause.
Well, whoever you were shouldn't matter. The present counts for all. Kalan says the past is there to teach us, not judge us. Renounce, that will take courage. And in these bleak days, but you must have questions.
Are the Alb...
Sometimes is their last major assault. But the attacks we've suffered took too many brave souls. Souls who would have been the death of Judicator Johann. But for the price that was paid, there was one exacted. And well, that is my hope. They could simply be massing for a bigger assault. We've had time to retrain. So, if you are here working for the... And we know that the Albs have used the time to entrench themselves deeper at that dam. Perhaps securing that was the extent of their plans.
What do you know about the... The most recent information I have is that Commander Uruk has 3 gaps.
Then I can only hope they haven't brought up any more reinforcements.
Will you wait?
The converter has to be taken out of operation. It is... And the longer they sit there, the more time they have. We need to attack the converter, but it will take... And that will cost us in lives.
Why? Surely they get...
The answer to that should be obvious when you walk around the hut. While our production... They can't do this. And the death of Judicator Johann has left us with the shortage of a commander with...
What about you? Can you lead the attack?
No. That is far from my skill set. Logistics, defense, and interpreting Kalan's command. What about you? You've seen the world. You must understand something of the Albs.
I don't know. My memories of those times are only fragment.
No? Well, or do you have another reason for not wanting to be...
If that is so important, why entrust it to someone who has just walked in through your door?
I trust my faith. And there is something about you that tells me you have a part to play in all that will come. Faith will
Пророк прям.
But perhaps you are intended for a different role.
Конечно, я же главный герой.
As an ambassador to the free people. Speak to those who lead the other factions. Find me someone with experience. Someone independent. Someone who can lead. That in itself will give you a hand in shaping all our futures.
I will
Good. This commander will be they separatist, berserker. Find someone with experience of leading troops in battle. Someone willing to risk themselves to stop the Albs. Someone willing to lead from the...
You sound like you really believe we will find...
Faith and necessities. You should ask the leaders of the other factions if they will take on this role. May Kalan and good fortune be with you.
Ебать, ты мне заданица подкинул вообще. Посложнее это нельзя было. Да, то есть нужно вот это сделать. Тогда можно будет вот это сделать. Тогда мне не хватит сырого эликса. Пока оставим. А что ты начинаешь-то? Ой, не хочу я это. Я хочу ELEX тырить. Давай, давай. Вот, отлично. И теперь мы сделаем эликсир. Я ж только что поднял. Или я не 40 поднял. Ай, в рот пароход. Что-то плохо лежит. От моего глаза ничего не уйдет. Я вижу, за всем наблюдаю.
Stop sneaking around.
Это какая-то явно хуйня крутая. Не иначе. Вот. Легендарно. Только что мне, конечно, нет. Ложка, блядь, изящная. Даже я без ложки. Да и в рот пароход. Ну, в принципе, все, что можно вообще. Так, а этот чувак. Здесь я был. Здесь я щит стырил. Куда-нибудь сюда. И не сюда. Так, ясно. Вот сюда мне. Что такой внимательный-то? Так, а что у нас по заданиям? Давайте, что мы здесь получили? Шляпу. Ну, нормально, хорошая вещь. Интимные пустынные стервятники продвинут. Это лагерь, понятно. Так. Так, ну это все такое. Ну-ка. У нас. Нифига себе. А вот. Это вообще не то. Тавр закрываем. Вот. То есть мне еще дойти туда надо. Вот это задание я возьму. А ну-ка пойдем узнаем.
Stop! Where do you think you're?
What?
You are here at the chamber, the palace of, and you walk in. Well, as it happens, you can. Reinhold recently ordered that everyone can enter. So go. If anything will push back the power of temptation. What is? So, I've already written the. But remind me.
Siegfried.
That's exactly all that I know is there. Maybe.
Thanks.
You might be sneaky, but I can see.
Got it.
Stop that thief!
Оп, спокуха, братуха. Сейчас все будет. Сейчас мы со второго раза подойдем. Ладно, не со второго, с третьего, наверное. Все, ща будет вообще, отвечаю. Прям даже не почувствуешь. Видишь, я же говорю, не почувствуешь. Пойдем посмотрим, как это вот здесь у нас.
No.
Got it.
Not me. I won't.
Got it.
Alan will save me.
Танцы Алекса есть, хоть и заключенная.
No, please.
Пофигу все мои.
But father? No.
Мы поговорим.
They should all rot. Every and you don't tell me you're planning on joining those. Just get me the fuck out of here. These bastards have got no right.
You're up.
No I was kidnapped so they could try and brainwash me into joining this cult. But they won't get me so easily.
How?
They said we had total bullshit. Anyway, they wouldn't listen. But their bullshit didn't take.
Where are you?
Tavar. These idiots I was with were too busy. They ambushed us out.
But you do have.
Plan? Not yet. I won't let them turn me in. Expect. But I hope he can see what these clerics say about. So. You know, we're all dealing with this. If we all came together, you think?
Пошел в жопу. Не хочу. Я, блядь, за клириков сейчас еще потом косяка за тобой словлю. Нахрен ты мне нужен? Такой хороший. Ну, интересная башенка. Что здесь у нас? Как молится. Палач.
Here we bring people for only in honor, and so. Leave me. Quit sneaking around.
Got it.
Как скажешь. Не шнырять, так не шнырять. Тихо спиздил, ушел, называется нашел. Так, этого мы допросили. Пойдем к следующему. Гид туда-сюда, туда-сюда. Прервемся буквально на небольшую рекламную паузу. Не обязательно к вам вернусь. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. Пока-пока.